Hello, guys. Good morning. This is Diary of a Coach, and this is episode 321. Diary of a Coach, episode 321. Today's episode is titled We Are the Architects of Our Pain. We are the architects of our pain. A lady sent me a message late last night, and she said, "Coach, I need your help. I need your help because I used to have this guy. He was all over me. He was everything. He was doing everything for me. He was so loving. He was so kind. He was so this. He was so that. But I don't know. I sent him away. I was just arrogant. I was just messing with him. I was bringing him down. I didn't appreciate him. In fact, her specific statement was, I did not appreciate him. Funny enough, she was like, please feel free to talk about this because I think many people are going to lose their loved ones out of their attitude. So please talk about this. So he scrambled my series, and I'm going to talk about this because she wants me to talk about this. Sometimes you carry your hand and create your stress by yourself. Many times we're the architects of our pain. We're the architects of our outcomes. Every single time your outcome has come about by the things you have done. You have contributed to your outcome. In fact, the truth is, for every outcome that happens with you and stays with you, you have a role that you have played. There is a role you have played in your outcomes. It's a hard truth, but that's true. So I have seen employees who got a job on a platter of gold who have lost the job because of their own attitudinal issues. They have refused to learn. They have refused to unlearn. They have refused to create relationships. Someone gets a job and says, I'm an introvert, I like keeping to myself, and then you isolate yourself in a workplace. I say, people don't understand me. They're always stepping on my toes. They're always crossing my path. They're always this, they're always that. You're in a workplace, bro. You're in a work environment, sister. And the workplace is not your house. It's not your bedroom. It's a place where we believe in team spirit. We believe in collaborative work. We believe in hierarchy. We believe in chain of command. So you cannot be an employee and expect to be on your own. It does not work like that. In fact, when you create your own business and company, you cannot even work on your own as much as you may desire to do so. I recall that sometimes I'm in the office and my staff probably want to have maybe see me, and I'm like, please, can I have some time alone? It's just for a while. It is not possible for me, having developed a system and a structure, to now have my company to myself alone. It is not practical. And the same thing with relationships. You have people go into relationships and they want everything on their own terms, alone. You want the lady to act on your terms alone, cook on your terms alone, sleep on your terms alone, develop herself on your terms alone, have children on your terms alone, everything on your terms. Sometimes the women are the ones, like the one of last night who called me or who sent me a message. You want things on your terms. So you want a date night on your terms. You want bills paid on your terms. You want to be loved on your terms. Things don't work like that. If you have lost a relationship, if you have lost a marriage, if you have lost a job, if you have lost a business, if you have lost a business opportunity, check it. Ask yourself, what role did I play in losing this thing? Especially if it was valuable to you. Because many times, not all times, but many times, we are the architects of our pain. Many times, we contribute to sending good people away, sending good opportunities away, sending benefits away, sending grace away, sending love away, sending kindness away. It's unfortunate, but that's the truth. Many times, because we have suffered from our own histories, then we begin to project. We project our pain and our experiences on the new people that come into our lives, and then we frustrate them. Some of us have trust issues. So even when people are being naturally friendly to you, you're suspecting them. When people are naturally being kind to you, you're unable to accept it and process it. When people are naturally being good to you, you're unable to process it. It's difficult for you to take in love. It's difficult for you to take in kindness. It's difficult for you to take in goodwill. It's difficult for you to take in good gestures. It's a dysfunction, my friend. Don't send good people away. Don't send that blessing that someone has sent to your life, that God has sent into your life. Don't send that blessing away with your attitude. Don't let pride deprive you of the opportunities that lie with you. Don't let pride deprive you of the future that is possible with the opportunities you have today. You get to an office, you see somebody is disturbing you, he's putting pressure on you. I don't know the work you will work that you will not be under pressure. There's no job yet on earth that does not come with its unique pressures. So if you leave a job because of pressure, because it's too stressful, maybe you have not considered, how do I reorganize myself to get this job done? Unless, of course, you're moving to another job that is less stressful, that's welcome. But all I'm saying is, don't throw away what could have trained you and what could have been a blessing to you because you feel that it's not working on your terms. Many times, we're the architects of the pain we're going through. We're the architects of the heartbreak we're going through. We're the architects of the frustrations we're going through. We're the architects of the regrets you're having now. You chose it. You played a role. You blocked the flow. Many times you're the architect of your lack. Because I understand that money and value comes as a conduit to whom projects value. So if I'm adding value to someone, they are not likely to throw me away. Because of my value, they want to stay. If I'm getting value from someone, I should give value. So your goal is to project value, give value, just like we tried to talk about yesterday in episode 320. If all your preoccupation is how do I make life easier for this other party, boom, that's all that is required. So when you get a job, how do I make this business easier for my business owners? How do I make this work easier for my colleagues in the office? How do I make my work so relevant that it makes other people's work easier? If that's all you're thinking, boom, you can't be thrown away. If you have a business and you're telling yourself, how can I do this business so that the people that are the beneficiaries or the recipients of the outcome of this business, they are going to have an easier outcome, an easier experience. Well, how can I make their lives better by being in this business? If that's what you think about always, boom, you can't be thrown away. If you get into a relationship and you and your friends, I'm not even talking about love right now, you and your friends, in your friendship, you say, how can I make life easier for my friends? How can I be the least dramatic one, the least toxic one, the least difficult one, the least inconsiderate one? If I can just make life easier for this, my friend, boom, you cannot be thrown away. And then, of course, if you're in a love relationship, how can I make love a memorable experience for my lover? How can I be a memorable experience for my lover? This is not necessarily because I will marry him or marry her. What if we don't get married? But while we're in this relationship, how can I ensure that this person enjoys the best version of love from me, the way he or she wants it, not necessarily how I want it? So I'm learning how he wants to be loved. I'm learning how she wants to be loved. And I'm ready to learn how to do it. Boom! The person will not be able to throw you away. And then, like we talked about yesterday, if I'm in a marriage, how can I make my wife or my husband, his or her life easier? How can I make this marriage peaceful, productive, functional, easy for my spouse? Not that there will not be problems, but how can I be a part of the solution? How can I contribute to fixing the problems that will crop up in our marriage? Boom! Your spouse can never let you go. That's how to think. Think value. You are value originally. You are value by makeup. You are value by design. How can I give this value? How can I dish out this value day in, day out? How can I be a function of value as I'm giving, I'm getting. I'm giving and getting. That's how to think. So once you can project this, you realize that you flourish naturally and the people in your life would also flourish. That's how to think. So this is the week of unlearning. This week is the week of unlearning. Every dysfunction you have identified in your life, I want you to start learning how to unlearn it. If you found that you are difficult, if people have told you are so difficult, if people have told you why you are so difficult to convince, you're so difficult to impress, you're ungrateful, if you've heard any negative feedback. Now, let me balance this. We normally say any feedback that does not empower you is not for you. That does not negate the fact that there are actually feedback that you need to listen to. You won't take it to heart, so it won't hurt you. But you need to listen to it logically and say, what is the truth in this feedback? And I need to work on that truth. Because in every smoke there is a fire. In every rumor, there is a truth. In every perception, there is a reality. So it means that even if the feedback is not ultimately true, there is something about the feedback that is making it look true that you may need to pay attention to. So this week, that part of your life where you have received feedback that you did not like, ask yourself, what is it about this feedback that I need to correct? Because some feedback are actually false. However, since the person giving the feedback sees it like that, it means there is an element in that feedback that you need to pay attention to. Because if one person is seeing you in a negative light, that person is a sample of many other people that may be seeing you in that same light. And even if they are seeing you in a wrong light, there is a perception they have about you that you need to correct. So this week, we're paying attention to ourselves and writing the wrong impressions by unlearning the patterns, the attitudes, and the behaviors that have led us to that point where people see us the way they do. So, please, this week is the week of unlearning. It means you're going to be listening to frank feedback. You're going to be asking yourself personally, what are the things I need to unlearn? What are the belief systems I need to unlearn? What are the value systems I need to replace? A typical example, you are insecure. You feel that the people in your life, you own them. You want to determine how they do things. If they start building new relationships with other people, you take offense. You need to unlearn that. Because you're not the only friend in a person's life. You're not the only person in a person's life. So the moment you begin to feel that this person and I have a friendship or have a relationship and nobody should come near it, that is a dangerous behavior. It's toxic. You need to unlearn that behavior. You are working in a workplace and then they hire a new staff and you're carrying your face because you feel like, we were not even told they are bringing a new person. It's not your workplace. The owner of the business can hire anybody, anytime. It's a toxic behavior. So envy, jealousy, insecurity, control, territorialism, unforgiveness, vindictiveness. All these things and many, many more. Let's begin to unlearn them this week. This is the week to pay attention to the attitudes that we have that is not good enough, so we can unlearn them. 3 days ago, I was reading a book by Toluche Francis, his new book that is soon coming out. And in that book, he said, the degree to which you love is the degree to which you may forgive. It means that the more you hold people in your heart in unforgiveness, the least likely that you actually love them in the first place. Because many of us don't even understand what this thing called love is. We think love is, for as long as you are with me on the same page, then I love you. For as long as you and I agree, then I love you. For as long as it looks like you are going to protect me and you're going to be on my side, I love you. That's not love. That is in my head, some conditional relationship. Love is irrespective of who you are and what happens. I love you already. While I hope for the best, I just know that even if it's not the best, if it's the worst, I still have to love you because I've loved you. That's love. Love is not reasonable. Love is not logical. Love does not have reasons. So this is the week to unlearn things that we have learned in the wrong way. I don't know what they are. I want you to pay attention to them by yourself. So ask yourself tough questions. Permit yourself to think. Permit yourself to go to areas you don't want to go to. Those areas where you feel vulnerable. Those areas where you feel like, I don't want to start thinking of my bad behavior. Unlearn them. In fact, the reluctance to go to the areas you don't want to go to is also something you should unlearn. Unlearn protecting yourself from your vices. Unlearn protecting yourself from your bad behavior. Unlearn protecting yourself from the areas you need to build up. Because this is the week of unlearning. I pray for you and for me and for everyone that is involved in our lives that may we not be the ultimate architects of our destiny in a bad way. May we not be the ultimate destroyers of our faith. May we not be the ultimate destroyer of our blessings. May we not be the ultimate destroyer of our happiness, of our joy, of our love. May we not be the ultimate destroyers of our own lives. But may we unlearn quickly and relearn what matters most to us. I pray for you and I, and it is so. So have a beautiful Sunday. I'm off to church right now. Thank you for watching Diary of a Coach. I appreciate you. I really appreciate those who stay back on Sunday to watch Diary of a Coach. It means a lot because I know what you're sacrificing. You're sacrificing your church time. You're sacrificing your sleep time. You're sacrificing other things on a Sunday morning just to watch Diary of a Coach. God bless you for that. Thank you very, very much for staying with me. Have a beautiful Sunday and have a beautiful week as we go on. This has been episode 321 of Diary of a Coach. Thank you and God bless you. Bye.